Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself why the middle class, the group that seems to be doing everything right? Working hard, getting degrees, buying homes, paying bills on time, somehow never manages to truly break free? It's strange, almost unfair, because when you look closely, you see millions of people following the same formula, believing it's the safe path to success, yet ending up trapped in a quiet financial treadmill that never really moves forward. The middle class doesn't stay stuck because they're lazy or careless, but because they've been taught to chase stability, not freedom. From the first day we enter school, we're trained to be dependable workers, polite, punctual, productive, but rarely are we taught to be financially independent. The entire system, from education to employment, is designed to reward predictable behavior, not risk-taking, not ownership. You go to college because that's what everyone says is smart. You take on debt because it's an investment in your future. Then you get a decent job, and for a moment, life feels comfortable. You buy things that make you feel successful: a car, a house, a few vacations. And before you know it, you're in a web of expenses that quietly controls your choices. The paycheck becomes both a comfort and a cage. You can't stop working because everything you've built depends on that monthly income. And that's how the trap tightens. Not overnight, but slowly, silently, one smart decision at a time. The cruel irony is that the middle class measures success through comfort, not control. The rich chase control over time, income, and choices, while the middle class chases comfort, which keeps slipping further away the more they pursue it. Think about it. Most middle-class families don't realize how fragile their situation really is until something small breaks. A layoff, a medical bill, a missed payment, one unexpected event, and the entire illusion of security cracks open. The house that was supposed to be an asset becomes a liability. The car that symbolized progress becomes a monthly burden. Even the degree that was meant to guarantee opportunity starts to feel like a chain made of student loans and stagnant wages. The real reason the middle class never breaks free isn't lack of opportunity. It's a mindset that values survival over growth. We've been conditioned to believe that safety means depending on others: the company, the market, the government, the system. But true financial freedom starts when you stop depending on predictable systems designed to keep you predictable. Look around. Almost every financial product, every loan, every plan for your future is built to profit from your fear of losing stability. Credit cards promise flexibility but trap you with interest. Mortgages give you the illusion of ownership, while you spend decades paying interest higher than the home's value. The retirement system convinces you to hand over your money for decades, letting others grow rich while you wait for the perfect age to finally live. And here's the hardest truth. The middle class keeps feeding these systems because they fear discomfort more than they desire freedom. They don't want to lose the sense of normalcy, the weekend routine, the small luxuries that make them feel secure. But real freedom often looks uncomfortable before it looks beautiful. It starts with questioning the rules everyone else follows. It's about saying no to things that make you feel successful today, but steal your freedom tomorrow. You'll notice that the people who break out of the middle class think differently. They stop playing defense and start playing offense with their money. They don't save just to feel safe. They invest to grow power. They don't chase promotions. They build assets. They don't upgrade their lifestyle when income rises. They expand their control. The difference isn't intelligence, it's awareness. While most people work for money, a small few make money work for them. The middle class spends years chasing the next raise, the next degree, the next vacation, while the rich spend those same years learning how to buy time. And that's the ultimate divide. Not money itself, but how people use their time. The middle class sells theirs to survive. The wealthy use theirs to multiply value. You see, financial freedom isn't about having millions in the bank. It's about building systems that pay you whether you're working or not. It's not luck, it's leverage. Understanding how to turn effort into equity, knowledge into ownership, and time into a tool instead of a trade. But most middle-class people never learn that because they're too busy managing the life they built. The comfort zone becomes the danger zone. Every time they get close to breaking free, fear pulls them back. Fear of losing the job, fear of judgment, fear of failure. They stay in careers they hate because they believe starting over is too risky. They delay investing because the market feels uncertain. They avoid business ideas because they think it's too late or too hard. But time passes anyway. And one day they realize they've spent their entire life being careful instead of free. The truth is, the middle class is held back not by lack of effort, but by an invisible script. One written by generations before them, shaped by a world that no longer exists. That script says, go to school, get a job, save money, buy a house, retire at 65. But that model was built for a time when jobs were stable, homes appreciated fast, and a single income could raise a family. That world is gone. Today, salaries don't keep up with inflation. Housing costs have outpaced income, and the safety nets people once trusted are full of holes. Yet the middle class keeps playing by the same outdated rules, hoping for a different outcome. The real breakthrough happens when you realize that the system won't change. But you can. You can shift from consumer to creator, from earner to owner. It doesn't mean quitting your job overnight. It means using every dollar and every hour intentionally. It means asking hard questions before spending. Will this bring me closer to freedom or just make me look successful? The middle class has been tricked into thinking that ownership is only for the rich. But ownership starts small. A digital product, a rental unit, a side business, an online brand. Every asset, no matter how small, becomes a seed of freedom. The first step isn't financial, it's mental. You have to see yourself not as a worker trying to survive, but as a builder designing your own system. That's when the fear starts to fade. You stop needing permission to live differently. You start thinking in decades, not days. You realize that your job is a bridge, not a destiny. You start treating your money like an employee, assigning it tasks, expecting results, demanding growth. That's how people quietly escape the middle-class trap. Not through luck or privilege, but through a shift in awareness that the system won't save you. You have to save yourself. And the most powerful part? Once you start seeing the world this way, you can't unsee it. Every ad, every policy, every piece of advice suddenly looks like what it really is. A tool to keep you spending, compliant, and distracted. The real reason the middle class never breaks free isn't that they can't. It's that they don't even realize they're trapped. They believe freedom is something to earn later, not something to build now. But freedom isn't a reward, it's a responsibility. It's the courage to step off the well-lit path and build your own, even when no one claps for you. The day you stop chasing comfort and start chasing control, you'll notice how different life feels. Quieter, simpler, lighter. And maybe that's what true wealth has always been. Not about how much you make, but how much of your life truly belongs to you. Because in the end, the richest people aren't those with the biggest houses or the highest incomes. They're the ones who no longer need permission to live on their own terms. That's the truth nobody teaches you. The truth that keeps the middle class running in circles, thinking they're moving forward when they're really standing still. But once you see the pattern, you can break it. And when you do, you'll finally understand. Freedom isn't about escaping work. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your purpose before the system convinces you to trade them all away.